Good morning, everyone. I'm Sharanya. So let us start the session. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me start with my self-introduction. Let me start from my education background. I have a UG in BTech, Information Technology, and I have my master's in computer science from University of Illinois, US. After completing my master's, I had work experience in US for Apple Incorporation. So after moving back to India, I have been working here for around 5 years. So total experience I have 8 years. So these 5 years I'm into Boomi technology. So basically my work will be like from the development to the post production support, from design reviews, collecting the requirements, and creating an integration process to implement that requirement. And after that, deploying it into production and post-production hypercare. All these things will be involved in my day-to-day work environment. Okay, and moving to Dell Boomi. So what is Dell Boomi? Dell Boomi is a middleware. So middleware is, and one more thing, if you have any doubts, feel free to stop me in between. Okay. Okay. Dell Boomi, what is a Dell Boomi? Dell Boomi is a middleware tool. So middleware in the sense it's a software which is used to automate moving data from one system to other system. So why we should move data from one system to other system? Okay, let me explain with a practical example. So you will be using, every one of us have an experience in using the purchasing software like eBay or Amazon. So what we will do, we will purchase something in Amazon or eBay. So you will get an invoice for that immediately once you done your purchase, and you will have a tracking ID for whatever purchase you have done. So in the back end, what is happening is whatever you purchase, right? First of all, in any application like eBay or Amazon, their company will have different systems to handle your entire order. So they will have a system to handle all the purchases. So once you make a purchase, yeah, and purchase order will be created for all your purchases. So first of all, they will register all your purchases what you have done, and they will generate, their system will generate a purchase order for your purchase. So that is the initial step. So that will be recorded in their system, which keeps track of all the purchases done by the customers. After that, what in the background it will do, it will create an invoice for all the purchases. So they will have an accounting system which will take care of that, which will generate an invoice for all your purchases. Okay, and after an invoice is generated, they will have another system to track the delivery of your product, right? They will have the tracking ID for all the invoices. So they will have different systems like the purchasing system, which keeps track of all the purchase order. They will have an accounting system, which keep tracks all of the invoices, and they will have a tracking system which takes care of all the uh, tracking information for your delivery. So all these systems have to be in same wavelength, or they should be connected. So for each purchase order, they should have a connectivity with an invoice, and invoice should be mapped with the tracking ID. So to do this data moving from purchase order till the tracking ID, we cannot have a manual intervention. It will be a tedious process, and there is a possibility for manual errors. So we have automated everything. The companies have automated everything in the back end to do all these stuffs. So to do all these things, the data have to be moved between their different system which they maintain, right? So to automate this moving of data from one system to other system, we usually use a middleware tool. So Dell Boomi is one of the kind of middleware tool which takes care of all these information. Okay. And this transfer of data includes data transformation, data mapping, encryption, and decryption. What is data transformation? Like whatever data we enter in our API. So we use Amazon application, right? So Amazon provides an API for that. That is the application which provided by Amazon. So we enter all our data. But in the backend, right, they may have a database to enter all your information. So whatever raw data you type in from your end have to be transformed into some format which is capable of to be stored in their database. So for example, you may have entered all your data and they may have been in a XML format. So those format have to be transformed into a DB format, um, like comma separated format or other formats which is capable to be entered into their database system. So that data transformation will be taken care by the middleware tool. And data mapping, like already I told, for each purchase order there should be a mapping to an invoice number. So that kind of data mapping will be taken care at the back end. And encryption and decryption, like nowadays security, data security is the most important thing. So whatever you enter, right, it will be sent to their system in an encrypted format. So the middleware tool should have the capability to decrypt it and store it in their system. So all these stuffs like data transformation, data mapping, encryption, decryption, all these things will be taken care by the middleware tool. Okay? That one of the middleware tool is Dell Boomi. Okay, this is what Dell Boomi is all about. And if we go into the definition of Dell Boomi, the definition of Dell Boomi is like it is a iPaaS solution provided by Dell Technologies. So Dell Boomi is a product which is provided by the company Dell Technologies, and it is an iPaaS solution. What is meant by iPaaS? iPaaS stands for Integration Platform as a Service. So Dell is providing a service to us. We are going to pay for it and we are going to use that service, and they are providing an integration platform. So this integration platform which is provided by Dell Boomi is called as AtomSphere. Okay, so by using this integration platform, what we can do, we can perform the data transfer between a cloud application and also an on-premise application. So what is a cloud and on-premise? On-premise in the sense our application resides on our own machine. And if the application resides on the cloud, it is a cloud application. If it resides on our local machine, it's on-premise. So wherever your application may be, maybe it is on cloud, maybe it is on-premise, our Dell Boomi provides a platform which can perform or which can enable to perform the data transfer between both the cloud and on-premise applications. Okay, so basically the definition goes with it's an iPaaS solution provided by Dell Boomi. Using this iPaaS solution, we can perform a data transfer between cloud and on-premise application. Okay, and then features of Dell Boomi. So Dell Boomi platform allows user to build integrations using drag and drop and point and click features quickly. So all the shapes, right? Whatever shapes we use in Dell Boomi, I can show you practically. So this is the AtomSphere or Dell Boomi platform provided by Dell Boomi. This is the iPaaS platform provided by Dell Boomi. I have a trial account. In the further classes, I will explain you how to create a trial account and how to use this platform. So everything will be practical. So you will create your own account, you will create your own processes, you will create you will learn how to use all these shapes and everything. But the feature which it is providing is all the shapes and the connectors. So we can have a drag and drop facility. So we can just drag and drop and start using that shape. And we can click on that and we can configure all the connector settings or everything. So that is what mean by drag and drop facilities and point and click features. So it enables the user to create the integration quickly. Okay, it uses connectors to integrate the source and target system. There are built-in connectors for cloud platforms such as Salesforce, Zuora, and NetSuite, etc. If you see here, there is an option called connectors. So there are a lot of connectors, inbuilt connectors used here, like Salesforce, Amazon, web services. So there are connectors by categories also. They have accounting, B2B, and database connectors, and ERP connectors, CRM connectors. So all these connectors are inbuilt. What we have to do is we have to just drag and drop that connectors, and we can configure and use that immediately. So no coding or complex things need to be done to use this connector. Boomi includes template for standard integration that are readily available for the users to download, install, and configure to their accounts. These templates are called Boomi process libraries. Apart from this, like we have a Boomi process library. So these have standard integration itself. So now we are uh, concentrating on the connectors, right? So there are some standard integration process itself, end to end, like from the start to the end. There are some standard integrations which are available in the process library. You can browse those process library and you start using that process, like install that process, and you can use it in your integration directly. So those kind of options are also available in Boomi. Okay. Boomi's cloud native infrastructure allows users to deploy integration rapidly, like within weeks, days, or even hours. So, like for deploying also, Boomi provides an option to deploy easily. So there are create components, so we can create a component and deploy it easily to the environment. So everything will be explained in the further classes. So after creating your own integration, so how to deploy it in different environments, and that can be done very easily by few clicks. And it is easy to use. Source intelligence increases productivity for technical and non-technical users. The important thing in Boomi is, even if you may not have any technical knowledge, like it should not, like you should know some programming language to use that. It is not like that. You may be a non-technical user, but you can learn Boomi easily. That's how the Boomi is built. Okay, it is Dell Boomi is resilient, scalable, secure cloud native architecture. It connects all the applications and data sources over the IT environment. Automate workflows on any platform, device, or channel. So automation also, in further classes, I will explain you how to automate a process. So once you create your integration, right? So this is called an integration process from end to end, from start to stop. What this is process is an example. What I'm doing, I am connecting with the Salesforce. I'm getting some data, I'm mapping it, and I am updating the data again to a Salesforce. This is an integration. We call it in Boomi. So once you create this integration, you can deploy it in your environment, and also you can automate it. How to automate it? All these things are very easy in Boomi. In further classes, we can learn it. Synchronize and improve data through the data hub. So if you see service modules provided by Dell Boomi, there are 4 service models like Boomi integration, master data hub, API management, and Boomi flow. All these things. We mainly concentrate into Boomi integration. So if you see here, we are seeing in the product of integration. If you see here, this is the integration product. So our class will be more concentrated into integration. There are other services available like master data hub, API management, flow, and data catalog and presentation. All these services are available in Boomi. We will look into what all these services are. So Boomi integration. So what is this? This platform enables user to build, deploy, and perform the integration process. If you see here, this is the entire integration service. So we can have a build, deploy and manage tabs. To perform all this, you can build an entire integration, you can deploy and how to manage it. All the things are available here. And connectors are used to build integrations and connect easily with the third-party applications like Salesforce, NetSuite, etc. P2P and EDI management enables user to integrate with distributors, vendors and suppliers. Okay, there are also P2P and EDI concepts available here. So these are a different kind of integration. EDI stands for Enterprise Data Integration. So they have a separate data format available, like RosettaNet or other X12. So those format. So those application use those kind of data format. So we have to configure our data process so that that data process can handle that kind of data formats. Okay, B2B is business to business. So some data integration, they will go definitely into this B2B and EDI formats. So that formats are also supported by Dell Boomi, and they will use a trading partner connector. Okay, and data hub. So what is a data hub? Data hub is the solution which is offered by Boomi to representing data consistently, accessing the organization, enabling data to model, synchronize, match, enrich data, cleanse across domains. So nowadays data is everything. So this master data hub, what it offers to the clients is like we can store our entire data. It is a repository to store entire data and work on it, like to model that data, to enrich the data, to cleanse that data. So all these things can be performed by the master data hub service. The master data hub model includes fields and one match rule that helps to build model design. Okay, so entire thing is about it. It will provide a master data hub repository where you can store all your business data, and you can work on your whatever data information available with your business, right? You can model that, you can cleanse it, you can enrich it, and you can use it across your domain. So all these steps are provided by master data hub service. An API management service. So Boomi API management provides a scalable platform to manage all the APIs through the entire life cycle. Okay, it offers a centralized online environment to control the creation, deployment and management of APIs used over several business functions. API gateway acts as an intermediary for incoming requests. It continually reports the status back to the platform. So API platform, API management is another service provided by Boomi, so that you can manage the entire API lifecycle, and you can develop and create your own API things here, and it will manage also, like it will continually reports the status of your API, whatever you created and deployed, right? The status will be tracked and written back to the platform also. And Boomi Flow. Next one is Boomi Flow. So what is a Boomi Flow service? It is a low-code development platform for automating advanced and straightforward workflows to drive the business effectively. Okay, this service, by using this service, it allows the user to create, set up and manage the workflow in the tenant. After making the workflow, user can build the workflow using the flow canvas, drag and drop, and then publish it. Okay, next thing is comparison with other integration tool. So there are other integration tools which are available in the market like IAB and MuleSoft. We have Informatica. All the tools are available in the market. But what makes Dell Boomi special is it is easy to use, The user which uses Dell Boomi can be a non-technical user. Zero coding knowledge is needed, and uh, it can be learned easily when compared to other integration tool. So, for example, if I take IIB, like IBM integration bus, so it is easy to learn when compared to IIB, flexible and more inbuilt features than IIB, easy to deploy, integrate in different environment, less development and deployment time, and easy to manage. So all the development time and deployment time. So if you see in IAB, it is complex, a little bit complex when compared to Dell Boomi. It takes us time to learn, and deployment also, the steps involved are also complex. But in Boomi, it is very easy. All the features are drag and drop, and you can create your package component and deploy in few clicks. You can learn it easily and start developing your integration and deploying it within few hours itself. Okay, and then Boomi integration lifecycle. So Boomi integration lifecycle, includes certain steps like build, deploy, and manage. Build. The build section is used to build the integration process using a library of connectors, maps to configure the integration. It allows the users to add validation, data transformation, data cleansing, etc. using the drag and drop features and load them in a dynamic runtime system known as Atom for execution. So in the further classes, we will know about what is an Atom. So Atom is a runtime environment in Boomi. We will install and create our own local Atom. So we will perform all the activities like deployment and automating stuffs. So everything we will learn by creating our own Atom, installing our own Atom in the environment. So I can show you an example like in the Atom management, right? We will install our own Atom here, and we will create our own, link that Atom to our test environment or a production environment, and we will practically learn how to deploy a process and how to manage a process. So this all comes under build. Okay, the initial uh, point of the entire life cycle. Once you are ready with your integration process, once you build your own integration process, the next thing would be a deployment, because in any of your work environment, you will have runtime environments like development environment, testing environment, and production environment. Once you create your own integration process in your development environment, you need to test it, and you have to move that integration process to the testing environment, where that testing environment you will perform an extra additional testing process, which would be the testing environment would be the have the all the configuration like your production environment, and you will test everything in your test environment, and once the test is succeeded, you will move the process to your production environment. The production environment is go live, so all your customers and all your entire end product will be used by your end customers. So in any project, they will handle using the different environments. So we cannot create a process and right away go and deploy it in your production environment, because we do not know what are all the changes we may face when we go live. Okay, so that may impact your business. So before that, we have to do multiple testings so that whatever integration we develop, right, it will it should be used by your customers without any failure or errors. So to achieve that, in all the projects they will have some runtime environments like testing. In some projects they may have more than one testing environment, and finally they will move your product to the production, right? So to achieve that, we should have the deployment facility to deploy your product in various runtime environment. So once you build your process, the next step in the process is to take to the integration process called Boomi Atom, and we need to deploy the your process to the atoms in the atom sphere for PaaS. So platform as a service is PaaS, SaaS as a service, solution as a service, cloud integration, or can place the atom safely behind the firewall of any requirements around integrating to on-premise application. So once we develop our atom in our development environment, we should deploy that into various environment like test or production, which may be an on-premise, or it may be a SaaS, PaaS, or cloud environment. So then we test in those environments. So for to do so, we should have our deployment facility available in our Boomi environment. Okay, and once we deploy it in various environment, we should be able to manage those. So the Manage tab provides a feature-rich web-based dashboard that allows user to monitor and manage all the deployed atoms, trading partners, and integration processes, regardless of the location running across the enterprise. So once you deploy it, right, there is a manage options. So there we will manage all our deployed processes. So the life cycle starts from build. So you will build from the scratch. You will build your own integration or process. So once you build it, you will test it locally, and then you will deploy it to the other environments, which is achieved by deploy feature, which is available. Once you deployed it and test it, then you have to manage it. Manage it in the sense you have to automate it, or you have to look how the process is performing in different environment. So that can be done by process reporting. So all these things are available in the manage tabs. So that's how the life cycle of Boomi integration goes from build to manage. Okay, then the benefits of Dell Boomi. So what are the benefits of Dell Boomi? It is easy to use and understand. We know that. User can create an integration using drag and drop and click features. We know that. And library of pre-built connectors. And you can automate the integration updates. There are inbuilt features to design, run, and deal with any data integration. And Boomi is an enterprise integration platform as service, iPaaS, which means no software or hardware needs to be organized. So entire platform is provided as a service. So you just need to install their Atom in your Boomi platform. So everything they will take care of. The platform can connect around 200 applications, over 100 endpoints, enhance business for about 5,000 clients, and it is the 100% cloud native platform. Okay. So platform demo. So that is what I showed you. So this is the entire Boomi platform. In the further classes, you can also have your own training account, and you will have a dashboard like home. If you go into the home, so once you create your own training account, you will be landed here in this page. So you can go ahead and use all these features. So our training will be morely concentrated into the integration service. So when you click on open, you will land into this page. So from here you can start developing your own integration, like this is the start page. So build an integration. You can start creating your new process, or you can install a process from your process library. So in the left side, you can see all the connectors and the shapes which you have created, right? If you create a new process, it will be reflected in your left screen. So what are all the process which you create? It will be reflected here. You can open a new process from here. Okay, and all the connector shapes available in the left panel, all the execute steps. So if you have to create a process, you have to have multiple shapes to that. You have to connect with your third party, and after connecting it, after getting the data from it, you have to use it for mapping, or you can have a message shapes, program command, all these shapes. What are all these shapes are mean, and how to use it. So all these things you will learn in the future classes. And what are all the logic shapes, what are all routing decision shapes, exceptions, how to handle errors, error handling, all these things you will learn in the future. Okay, what all these extensions, arrange, all these things are about, and in the further classes we can learn about. So this is the Boomi platform as a whole. You will learn practically to use all these things step by step. Okay, so this is the Atomsphere overview. Okay guys, any questions till now?
Hey, hi, Kiran.
Hello Shiva.
Hey, I joined for my wife. Actually, she's a housewife and she's having around 5 years of gap in the education. And no, she's planning to put the around 2.5 to 3 years of experience. So, will she get the calls from market or what?
Sure, definitely, because right now the market for Dell Boomi is very high. Demand is high. You know Gartner, right? Gartner
Yeah, yeah.
quadrant. Yeah, when you see in the Gartner quadrant for 2021, Boomi was in the high level. If you see in the and also it have captured lot of clients right now. So to lose that client itself, it will take another 15 years. So like that, that's how the Boomi have developed in 2 to 3 years. And it supports lot of integration, not only the file to file integration, it also supports API. So day to day it is increasing its features, the connector levels. It supports big data, it supports API, it supports plain file to file. So in my company also, wherever I work, right, initially we had IBM also, but now we are migrating entire things to Boomi. So right now the demand is very high, and you said right, she has a 5 years gap, so she should start learning the tool from the scratch. So I would say Boomi will be a good choice for her, because it doesn't involve a lot of coding experience or coding things to learn. It is very user friendly to learn from the scratch, you know. um, So I would say the market is huge right now when compared to last 2 years, right? From 2019, if you see, Boomi have developed a lot till now. Mm, if you see, and I'm not getting that quadrant right now, but when you go and see, look into the quadrant, it is the next to Informatica, and it have overtook MuleSoft already. So that's how Boomi is performing in the market, and it have acquired a lot of clients. And well, that's what I said. To lose the client itself, it will take another 15 years. So the market is good for at least for another 10 years. You will have a good market for Boomi.
Oh, okay, okay. So in this training, will you share or provide some real time training kind of thing? Like
Definitely, I
real.
will provide a real time.
Uh,
So everything will be practical. Okay.
okay, okay.
So I will try and yeah, yeah.
Yes, please, please.
So I will train from the scratch, right? From the basics, and I will move on to the intermediate level and to the highest level. So whenever I provide a basic information, I will tell him how the real kind of work environment would be. Okay, so they will perform and create a demo or a dummy process for a real process kind of thing. So
Oh,
okay, so everything will be a basic or a basic set for a real project. So I will explain you how to deploy in different environments also. So in the real time when you work, once you complete your development, you have to deploy, and you have to automate that process. So I will give a demo or the classes for how to automate those things also. So she will be capable after taking this training, right? She can definitely work in a real work environment. So I think that is what your question is. If she takes this training, is he will be capable to work in the real work project, right?
yes, 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 yes. Why? Because
Definitely.
no, from last 5 years she is a housewife, so she didn't touch anything. So she started her first step into IT. So going to start her first step in IT. So that's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah, definitely she will have that exposure to work in real project. Okay, no worries about it. But she also have to put her own effort to learn the things. But I will provide from my end. I will provide everything in practical. So once you complete this training, she will be capable of working in a real work environment.
Okay, okay. Like, how much is what is the duration for this course? Like,
We will have 27 classes. Okay, after that, also we 1 or 2 days for any queries or anything need to be discussed. We can have 1 or 2 more classes also.
okay, okay. After this training, also, if she required, for example, she is attending some interviews on that time, will you help? Like, so if she got some doubts on that time, will you help on that?
Yeah, any doubts clarification, definitely I will help. You can, I will share number with her. She can connect me for doubts also.
Yeah, okay, okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Yeah, I'm clear, Sharon.
Okay, thank you, Shiva.
Thank you.
Any
Thanks a
other
lot.
questions? Okay, Shiva, like we are done. Uh,
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your demo session.
yeah, Once again, Shiva. I'm talking to Samba
Second,
Shiva. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Samba Shiva.
let me stop the recording. 1 second, guys.